Mr. Avni.
Just to follow up on the question on UNIFIL's role, yesterday you said that it's still being discussed and you just repeated it now. But isn't observing what's going on the ground part of its role, the reason why it stayed intact? So once again, I ask you the question I asked you yesterday, which is, does UNIFIL have anything to say about the attack yesterday on Shabba's farm, on the mortar attacks?
We talked about those attacks yesterday. We talked about fire coming from the north to the south and south to the north. And we repeatedly said that any such attack, whether it's including on the Shebba farm, attacks into Lebanon, attacks into northern Israel, all violations of 1701. So UNIFIL has continued throughout this conflict to fulfill its mandate, which is to report on the implementation of 1701 or the lack thereof, to report on exchanges of fire. So they will continue to do that. Whatever other role they will have in monitoring the cessation of hostilities in this deal that was negotiated by a number of member states with the parties to the conflict, that is being worked out, and that's what we're trying to...
What's the difference between monitoring and reporting?
It's not the difference between monitoring and reporting. There is a mandate, 1701, right? Our colleagues are continuing to fulfill their part of that mandate. There is a new thing which has appeared, thankfully, which is an agreement on the cessation of hostilities between Hezbollah and the IDF. Part of that agreement, there is some type of monitoring mechanism which they've asked the UN to participate in. We are working on the details of that. This in no way should be interpreted as a change in our mandate or as a lessening of our mandate. We could speak over a beer about this if you want, Benny.